cheaper than our producer's underage sister, edgier than the stuff shown on late-night television, newer than Kim Kardashian's ex. Live from Orlando, it's Crazy Train Radio.
Hey folks, back at a segment tucked away in the studio here from the convention and our Halloween special. And who better for Halloween, and for two different reasons, to have on the air Lezlie Deane. Most people know Lezlie from her horror work, but she's also in a band we're going to be getting into. Lezlie, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. Now, you were just telling me before we came on, we'll start off with the music.
Okay.
You're recording some new music with Scary Cherry. What can you tell me about the new music?
Oh, I don't know what to tell you. We actually just have a little bitty, we just did a little Halloween one-off thing. It's called Cut Off Your Head. It just went on YouTube last week, and we've already got close to 13,000 hits. So we're really excited about it. Been having fun. I've been directing everything and producing it and styling it and lighting it, and Captain Ken and I have been editing it, and it's just been a really, really fun learning experience. But the album's coming out in January 2013. So
I can say I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say it's very glitter rock, glam rock.
Well, I can say Lezlie did send over, when we first set up the interview, a link of the Halloween song she's just talking about. And I did find it very entertaining, for sure.
So good. Thank you.
Yeah. Would I have it correct? You had a little bit of a vaudeville feel to that with the music video?
Yeah, it's like an old talkie film. I sort of wanted to do that because I did it in the vocal style like Betty Boop, and we did it with a ukulele and a trumpet, which is so opposite of what we do. You know, it's ours. Like I said, Scary Cherry and the Bang Bang is basically the love child of Alice Cooper and Joan Jett. So,
which is funny, which we'll get into in a few minutes. You actually got to meet Alice Cooper years ago working on Freddy Dick, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Well, what can you tell us about Scary Cherry other than being formed in around 2007? We heard you guys are more of a slam pop kind of group that performs around Texas, correct?
Yeah, we did an East Coast tour last year. This year, we're probably going to do East and West Coast. We're going to make our way over to Europe and hopefully Japan. So things have really started to take off, so we're really excited about it. Basically, Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs came about. I moved back to Texas because my mother was dying, so I came back home to help her. She passed away. Basically, I felt like, my world was just shattered and devastated. And at that point, I found roller derby, and I started skating roller derby, in which, growing up, I was a national champion speed skater, so it was right up my alley. My name was Scary Cherry Bang Bang, and through the roller derby, everybody who was in the original band, the lineup, came from roller derby, whether they were skating, announcing, fans, or whatever. So that's where that came from.
Well, since we just mentioned it, and the band's influence, we'll jump right into it.
Okay.
You met Alice Cooper while filming Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. How was it with Alice?
Oh, it was awesome. It was amazing working with Alice. He was, it's like you always think he's going to be scary, but he's just such a gentleman and very kind. It was such an amazing, it's like, oh my God, I'm working with Alice Cooper. It was really amazing.
Now, were you actually a fan of his growing up?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
because Alice was actually just here. For those who don't know, because obviously most of our fans are from out of the area,
right.
Listen to us online and don't know we're out of Orlando. And Alice that tie the two sides together, was here for, I think, about a month or so, associated with the Universal Halloween project they do every year at the park. I think he was like a big influence, so that was kind of cool seeing him around town often.
Oh, that's very cool.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a big golfer as well. My holistic doctor, golfs with him.
So I guess you still have connection with Alice then.
I guess so, yeah. You know, one day I'm just going to go up to him and go, "Hey, Dad, remember me? I'm your love child. Yours and Joan Jett's love child."
Nice. And that may either creep the man out, or he might just embrace it.
I think he would probably embrace it.
He seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
He definitely seems like that. We met him once or twice, me and my staff, and he, like you said, nothing but a true gentleman, and just he definitely has that. Don't have the vibe that most people would give him in the media.
Exactly.
But actually, you know, real quick if we can. Well, not real quick, but let's actually jump into your acting career as well.
Okay.
As far as the horror stuff.
Okay.
You actually, because obviously this is the Halloween episode and everything.
Mhm.
Prior to Freddy's Dead, excuse me, you went.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Yeah, shame on you. Get the whips out.
Yeah.
But you actually you were lucky enough to work with Robert Englund as Freddy, and not as Freddy prior to Freddy's Dead, both with Freddy's Nightmares and his directing debut in 976 Evil. What can you tell me about both projects?
Oh, 976 Evil was probably my favorite thing that I did, just because, you know, that was the first film that I did. That was Robert's directorial debut. Working with Sandy Dennis, my lord, you know, just an amazing actress. Stephen Jeffries as well. And, you know, it was just, we all sort of got our cherry popped on that, so to speak. And it was really cool. It was just really a tight-knit group, and we all just came together and tried to make the project, you know, the best that we could. And Robert was just a phenomenal director, especially being an actor. So he knows, you know, what we go through to get into character, and he just always created the right kind of environment for our character to really be delved into. So, and I had the biggest crush on Robert too. That's where him and Nancy actually met, his wife. She was the art director on that as well, and she's so cool.
Did you have any influence on them meeting and hooking up there? Or?
Yeah.
I said, were you any influence there in that relationship, buddy?
Oh yeah, of course I was.
So you're playing matchmaker too on the set, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Well, what about the TV series? What can you tell us about the TV series from what you remember you're involved in?
It just really felt like homecoming, you know. It's just like, oh my God, it's you guys again. Yeah, and it was just, I wanted to sit down and basically have Thanksgiving dinner with them. That's what it felt like. It just felt like I came back home, and anytime I worked with Robert, that's what it felt like. Because, you know, like I said, with 976 Evil and it all sort of being our first at what we were doing on that film, that just sort of brings about kindred spirits, if that makes sense. So, but that was fun. And I remember at one scene, which I think got cut out, I had to sing that New Year's Eve song, and I didn't even know the whole Lang Syne, and I didn't even know what the word was. And, you know, basically I'm tone deaf, although I'm not, but I was then. They had me sing the song, and he's like, "Cut! What are you singing, and what are you saying?" It was just really, really, really funny. So,
well, a little while later, I guess about a year and a half later, you end up working on a major motion picture with them as part of in the Freddy series.
Right.
Was Robert influential in bringing you on board for the movie as well?
No, not at all. I know, you know, before the one I did, I know he tried to get me on, and, you know, they picked other people, and this one, Rachel and I really bonded and really, you know, got along during the audition process, and I think she pretty much saw that I was Tracy, so, you know, so then once again it's just like, hey, Robert, you're never going to get rid of me. So,
well, what did you think at the time? Because it was a unique concept for, especially for New Line doing it, the movie at the end in 3D.
I thought it was, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, was that pretty unique from an actor standpoint?
Yeah, and it was really cool because it's just sort of retro, you know, and then working with a 3D camera, that was a trip as well because, you know, the camera itself was like $1 million and they're like, don't touch it, don't look at it, don't even breathe on it, you know, this camera's, you know, $1 million, so it made us all a little nervous, but it was cool, you know, it was a throwback, so I thought that was really cool that they sort of stuck their necks out, especially in ours, to make it more comedic and also a little retro with that 3D as well.
Yeah, it's definitely had a lot of comparison, as you said, with especially with your version of the series.
Yeah.
And it's definitely
like
plenty of other people have said it.
Do what?
The John Waters feel to it.
That has a what?
The John Waters feel to it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, yeah. Yes, most definitely.
Now,
and I think what's really cool...
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, somebody emailed me about 2 weeks ago and had mentioned on there that I guess I'm the only survivor from all of the series.
You know,
which is a
I
trip.
don't know that for sure. Now you got me curious to go back and actually check that out.
Because I think Heather, like, died and, like...
And 3, yes.
And something, but yeah, I think I'm the only survivor, which is, if that is the case, I think that's pretty amazing. That's why I'm
cool.
Scary Cherry now. And now I think I need to have a match off with Robert and see who wins.
And speaking of which, we're going to have to ask you about it in a minute as we were talking off air. We're going to have to ask a certain somebody to make that happen. But, we will, yeah, well, you know, we'll jump into it now. Why not?
Okay.
Earlier, we had put out on our social media sites, besides our regular website, that we were going to be talking with you and asking for any questions and whatnot. And the one comment we did get a kick out of, and I did text this to you.
Right.
We were asked to ask you, how much do you really love Mikey Perez and Tuesday Night?
I love Mikey Perez, my little Pooh Bear, and Tuesday, oh my God, I mean, Tuesday and I are basically sisters. I basically met Tuesday 2 or 3 days after I moved to LA. So I love Tuesday. She's my sister. I look at, that's what she is. It's not even love. She's just part of my family. So.
Well, Pooh Bear, I know will appreciate that. And I know I'll get a tongue lashing for calling him Pooh Bear there, but...
Mikey Perez Pooh Bear.
But I know he's on his way to Miami, and I know he's having fun, and it was nice of him to send that in.
Yeah.
But back to the film, if we can, real quick, all seriousness, though. I was actually watching the Never Sleep Again documentary, and there was a little bit of segment when they were talking to you that, if you're willing to elaborate on it. During the making of some of your scenes in there was a serious undertone, and that you said that, how should I put this, made you look at your life differently. Could you talk about that?
Well, you need to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
Are you talking about when I got molested?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it did. It actually, I went through that scene. I'm like, God, that was so easy. I didn't really have to emotionally prepare for that. That was such an easy scene for me. Yeah, just growing up, there was some molestation, not with any of my family members. It was all basically caregivers. So, and after that, I had to sort of go to therapy because it all came out.
Well, would you say that actually may have helped you overcome that serious topic of molestation?
Yeah, of course, because it's almost like I got to role play and and beat the predator, so to speak.
Okay.
You
Then
know?
it got you to take some time back and kind of face what you had to face.
Yeah, of course, and win. You know, and that's what I always loved about Tracy is she was the survivor. She faced her fears.
And it actually allowed you to face your fears of your own.
Of course.
Well, do you actually have any, to get off the Freddy topic if we can, do you have any upcoming film projects that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm shooting all the damn videos for my band.
Well, where can people get the
I'm sorry, what?
videos that you've already? Where can people see the videos you've already produced for the band?
The first one is just Cut Off Your Head. I've already shot 4 that are in the can, and as soon as the album comes out, what our plan is each month we'll highlight a single, and there will be a video with that. So Cut Off Your Head is the first one that's released, and you can see that on YouTube, or you can go to Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs on Facebook.
Great. We'll put links on that for everything as well, because you send everything over right away. But one last question for you before we... I
only have one? I'm having so much fun.
Well, one that I definitely need to address.
Okay.
Because I was kind of breaking your stones about this before we came on the air as well. To take
God, here we go.
Yes. Just because of my hometown ties, you were a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be one for 6 weeks. So you can take that any way you like. Yeah, I got kicked out because we were actually in the process of trying out for the USO team, you know, the ones that traveled over to see the guys at war. And I needed to do a round-off flip-flap back, and the choreographer, the head choreographer, was going to spot me on it, and I'm like, you can't spot me on that side because I throw my arm a certain way, I'm going to end up hitting you. Well, we got in a little squabble over that, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it, and I'm warning you. So basically, whenever I did it, I extended my arm a little bit too far and make sure I punched her in the face as I went over. So I actually got kicked out, which was a blessing. It was a blessing for me, I guess.
Really? When was that, though?
That was a long time ago.
Okay, so I guess as you were trying to get your foot in the door for acting as well, or?
No, what happened was when that happened, I basically just said, you know what, screw it. And I packed up my bags and I drove to L.A. So that's what happened, and I was fortunate enough the second day I was in town, I got a modeling job. It was in Esquire magazine, and then a month later I went and auditioned for Weird Science, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I remember walking in, I'm sitting on a coffee table reading with this guy, and after I finished, you know, they were like, oh my God, that was great, are you SAG? And I'm like, what's SAG? And that basically I was reading for John Hughes, Joel Silver, and I was reading with Anthony Michael Hall. And, you know, I walked out naive and then got a call 2 days later that they basically gave me a little small role. I was reading for Deb and Hilly for that project, but I got a small talking role in that and worked on the film for a month. And unfortunately, it got cut out, but it got me my SAG card and it started me on my way.
So go figure, hitting that other cheerleader and a spotter ended up starting a movie career.
I know.
Hey, go figure. Right place, right time. Like you said, you were literally new into town.
Yeah. Yep.
Go figure.
Yep.
But you know what? Because, like you said, you're having so much fun. Want to bring it back up. And you mentioned it earlier, is the tour with Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs going to be associated with promotion of the new album? I'm
sorry, what? You cut out. I couldn't quite understand you.
I'm sorry, I was breaking up in the room I'm in. Is the tour going to help co-promote the album coming out in January?
Yeah, we're probably gonna start the tour. We're probably gonna kick it off at the end of February because I'm supposed to go to the Winterfest horror convention, and Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs are gonna play, and that's probably gonna be what kicks it off. But yeah, we're gonna support the album. That's what we're going to do.
And when is that date there you were saying about this convention you're going to?
Oh, my goodness. Off the top of my head, I would say it's probably around the 22nd of February. I could be wrong, though. They're probably going to kill me and go, why didn't you know? Ah! I'm trying to, like, go down my Facebook page. It's in London, Kentucky, so.
Hey, hell of a place to play your music and,
yeah,
but you know
exactly.
It's funny. Well, it's funny because we just were talking to a couple other people and did some interviews at a convention here, or a horror convention here in Orlando over the past weekend. I'll tell you what, and even though I'm a horror fan myself, it's amazing how loyal some of those horror fans are with some of their favorite actors and actresses.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have, I don't really like to call them fans. I like to call people friends because that's really what they are, you know, especially in this day and age with social media and stuff. I think we've all been blessed to make some great friends along the way, so great loyal friends.
And we got to be honest with our Crazy Train fans. That's actually how we met Lezlie, because she just mentioned about Facebook and everything else. And, yeah, it's amazing. And not just you, but it seems like especially the Nightmare cast in general, no matter what movie along the way. It's amazing how friendly or how interactive in general all of you are, not just you or to name everybody else or Tuesday or whoever. How interactive you guys are with the fans, for sure. Or friends, as you like to call them.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know.
That's definitely a high testament to you guys.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think, you know, maybe there's some blood that runs through all of us that's similar, so.
Well, if you can, one more time, give us a plug for the band and everything. Any way people can touch base with you and catch up with the music and everything else.
Yeah, it's Facebook. It's it's HTTP. What is it? Hold on. How do I say it? Oh, it's Facebook.com/Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs. I'm sorry. It's Facebook.com/Scary Cherry. So, and then our website. All this technical stuff drives me crazy. I'm getting better at it, though, but our website should be up soon as well, and that's www.scarycherry.com. But, and then you can just find me, Lezlie Deane, on Facebook, so.
Oh, hell, we're just going to have to put the links up.
I'll send you. Yeah. I think I sent you all the damn links, so.
Yeah, I got the links. We're just going to, I got the links. We got the links. We're just going to have to put them up. Make it easier for everybody involved.
Since I just confused everybody with all the /semicolons, HTTPs, blah.
Yeah, take a detour through Salt Lake.
Exactly.
Pull out the phone book. You know. Yep. Hell, we'll just put up the links she gave us. She did send it in a message. We'll put the links up. We're definitely going to have to try to hook up with you we're going to have to try to come up and hook up with you in Kentucky there with that tour date. Just message us the date and
you know what, I will. I most definitely will.
We'll put that out there as well. Lezlie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. This is really awesome. You made my Friday evening.
Hey, well, I don't know about that. I guess your Friday evening if your Friday evening's just boring, that's got to be bad.
Oh, stop it. Give yourself more credit.
All right. It can't be that bad.
You take care, okay?
Will do, and I'll let Pooh Bear know that you send your love.
Please do, and Two's Bag as well. That's my nickname for her, Two's Bag.
For both of them?
No, it's Mikey Pooh Bear and Two's Bag, and Tuesday calls me Lezzie, so.
All right. Well, we will definitely pass on the love and talk to you soon.
Okay, you take care.
See ya.
Bye.